Hello TK, welcome to our reading lesson. Before we get started, we always go over our objective. Remember, our objective is what we are going to learn. It's what we're going to be talking about, what we're going to be really focusing on today's lesson. So for today, you're going to repeat after me. Ready? I can identify when things are the same and different. So I can identify. So when you identify, you are using your eyes, and we are going to be using our eyes today to find things that are the same and maybe see if it's different here. Is it the same over here? So we're really going to be using our eyes today. Okay, TK, you're going to get your paper out now. You will need your activity page 7 and activity page 8, a pencil, and a red crayon for today's lesson. So step 1 is always to write your name. Okay, TK, now that I have written my first name and my last name, I'm going to take my pencil and put it down and pick up my red crayon. We're going to do this page together just like we did yesterday, and you will do the back on your own. For the back, you will need scissors and glue, just as it says so at the top. But for now, all we need is our red crayon. Okay, TK, so if we look at the top of our paper, on the left column, these are the things we are going to be matching. We are going to be finding something in their row that looks the same. So for instance, this fire truck. Which one of these two fire trucks looks exactly like this one? The one with the ladder, right? Yeah, that one has ladder, that one has ladder. This one doesn't look the same because this has something else on top of it. I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like logs, maybe a fire hose. All right, TK, let's go ahead and underline the one that looks exactly the same from left to right. We're underlining. Okay, moving on. We are now looking at the bucket of paint, paintbrush inside, and some paint on the floor. So go ahead and look at both of these images that are in that row and tell me which one looks exactly like this one. Remember, it has to be exactly the same. It can't be this one because this one has a paintbrush and this one doesn't. Is it this one? I think so. Those look exactly the same. Go ahead and underline it from left to right. Okay, TK, going down, we see a red apple, but I also see 2 other red apples. Which one of these apples looks exactly like this one? This one, right? Yeah, because this one does not have leaves, and it looks like somebody took a bite out of that apple. And there's no bites here and no bites here. So these are exactly the same. Go ahead and underline the one that is exactly the same. Left to right. Okay, TK, now we're getting to the bottom of our page. We see a striped mitten on the left side. Now, if you look at that row, which one of these pictures looks exactly like this one? The red one or the other striped one? The other striped one. We're going to underline it from left to right. All right, TK. You're going to take your paper, turn it over. You are now looking at 4 images. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 images are already in their boxes, but next to them belongs another image. Which one of these images looks exactly like this one? Which one of these belongs here? Is it the top one or the bottom one? You have to match them and put them in the correct box that they go. These 2 have to look the same, and these 2 have to look the same. So go ahead and cut out your pictures with your scissors. Then you will take your glue, put a little bit on the back, and you are going to figure out which one of them goes where. After you are finished, I want you to take a picture so I can see if you were able to identify which ones were the same. All right, TK, thank you for following along. Be good.